Hi. Well, it's a very, very seasoned day today. It is winter in LA, and a lot of people thinks this is miserable. They wake up, they see rain, and I hear them complaining that when it rains in LA, life gets miserable for a lot of people. Usually not me. I like rain. I guess when it rains in Los Angeles, it reminds me of home. That's why I don't really care. Where I'm from in Istanbul, there are 4 seasons. There's winter, summer, spring, and fall. And I kind of like that. It's like life, you know? Without winter, we don't know the value of summer. Without summer, we don't know the value of fall. Change is always good, but seasons are great because first of all, you feel that the time is changing. You can feel the time. But also, rain to me is romantic. That's why I like it. The sound of the rain, the drops, a little gloom. It's also good for the earth, you know. We need water. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about microdosing. For those who doesn't know anything about microdosing, I'm talking about taking a little amount of a substance that makes you high if you take more. I'm talking about mushrooms. But these mushrooms are not the mushrooms that you cook pasta with, not shiitake, but the mushrooms that grow in nature. But these mushrooms, they get you high. If you don't take too much, meaning 0.1 gram, 0.2 grams, 0.3 grams, I think the line is between like 0.3, 0.4 grams, then it's considered microdosing. And it's scientifically proven that microdosing reduces anxiety. Microdosing is good for depression. It's a natural antidepressant, and some of the doctors are highly suggesting, not even as an alternative, but as medication, to use these mushrooms for therapeutical use as medicine. I microdose, and I highly suggest to everyone, either you have depression or anxiety, and who doesn't have anxiety these days, 2023, or you don't have any problems, or you're so happy in your life, still alter your mind. You feel different. When you take this substance in a very small dose, even, you start to feel earth. First of all, you start realizing leaves are greener. They're green, but you never looked at leaves before. Or you start hearing birds, not hallucinating. You start paying attention to birds. You're like, okay, birds are singing today. Maybe they're singing for me. Why do birds sing? It's great. One thing that I do, I microdose maybe once or twice a week, but there's a habit of mine. I love doing it, and I don't see a lot of people talking about this. I love working out on shrooms. I don't really abuse the substance. I microdose more than regular microdose, but it's microdose for me, and I go to the gym. It's my pre-workout. You don't really feel anything pre-workout. I take it, I go to the gym, and then once you start working out and your heartbeat is getting to a level, you start feeling invincible. You're the king of the universe. There is no weight you can't lift. There is no move you can't do. You can do all of them. And you do, because every barrier we have is in here. When you're lifting weights at the gym, you're like, okay, I'm lifting 100 pounds, 120 pounds. It's so hard. Okay, I'll do 10 of these, 140 pounds. When you're on shrooms and, maybe you have a little bit of music, it's your world. You don't even think about the possibility of how many I can do. You're like, I'll do one more, and you do it. And then one more and one more. Also, what I realized, so you start working out, and then the blood is flowing, and your heart rate, and you feel happy, and then you're so strong, you feel like a bullet. Usually by the end of my workout, I start getting all kind of creative ideas about anything. I solve my problems, creative solutions for my work, or new ideas about work. I'm an investigator of life. Anyway, so I ask questions constantly. It's nothing I can stop, and I kind of like being like this, because if we're not going to question, why are we human, why are we thinking? But too much questioning probably is not good for you, especially if you're not finding answers. But this, when I'm microdose and I'm working out, the answers I find, or the creative solutions or creative ways or creative anything, it doesn't come from asking questions. They just appear. And that's what I love about shroom ideas. After I go to steam room and relax and manifest and meditate. It's great. It's interesting. In 2020, I think, I was working as an second AD. I was working as a second assistant director for this promo shoot, advertisement, commercial video for Mike Tyson's fight that year that he did. And I remember, so as a second AD, your job is to take care of the talent. In this case, talent is Mike Tyson. So I'm handling Mike, whatever he wants, you know. He didn't want anything. He just asked for cashews, he asked for water, and he asked, this is interesting actually, he asked every woman to leave set that day. He said no woman on set, which we had to hit our producer. She was actually like sitting behind a chair because she's the producer. Like, how can she leave the set? But yeah, he wanted cashews. He had water. He asked women to leave. And I realized he was eating shrooms, dried mushrooms. And I was like, whoa. And then I Googled. He's actually an advocate on shrooms and he loves taking shrooms and working out, boxing and stuff. I play basketball on shrooms too. It's great. It's great. Anyway, I think that's all I want to say about microdosing, and I will be talking about mushrooms more on this podcast. Let's talk about alcohol. I used to drink so much. I didn't realize I was drinking so much. And drinking didn't bring me anything good in my life. Anything. I guess it's a thing. I met people like me. We just want to feel more or feel free, feel something. It's not something we do because we're sad. I think it's just a way of running away from the boredom of regular life. But I don't do that anymore. I quit drinking. And for the ones that see me right now, probably think he looks better than he used to look like a year ago. The reason why is alcohol is poison. It wasn't a single day decision I made. I didn't say, I'm tired of this thing and I will quit. Because of my busyness, I started drinking less, or like one drink, or not even drinking at all because I have to go to sleep so I can wake up early and do my stuff. So it's a full circle. First I was drinking and then you don't realize, and then I wasn't drinking. And then I saw how people are behaving when they drink, and then I didn't want to be like that. Plus, I don't want to be hangover next day. And then now, you start feeling fucking great because you have the energy. You have, when I used to drink, it was hard for me to memorize lines. Now I just look at the page and I have it all. Carpe diem. Anı yaşa. Living in the moment kind of changed for me too. I guess you get wiser or experienced in life and you gain perspective and things change. Never say, hey, I'm against that, I will never do that, or, well, that's bad or that's good. Things change. You change. And I changed. Living in the moment changed for me too. I used to not even feel that living in the moment is just, this life is a big party and full of excitement and fun. And it is. Life is full of excitement and fun. And life is also full of other things. And it sounds like I realized that it's not a big party, there's sorrow and like unhappiness and reality. No, I'm not talking about that. I think I realized what, for me, living in the moment turned into making the most of life, doing positive things that is not going to go in the air, building things, building relations, building an idea, building a circle, creating. Because I don't know if you guys feel like this, but time flies. I'm not talking about like years. Oh, it was 2009 when I came. No, I'm talking about today. I'm here doing this, and then it's going to be night and I'll be sleeping, and morning I wake up and gone. Day gone. Week gone. Goes so fast. And when life is a big party, there's nothing that is memorable. There's nothing valuable. I had so much fun. I did this and that. But like, I guess quality time in anything you do, it's important. Living in the moment. I'm from Turkey. When I'm in Turkey, my friends or people know me, they ask me, so you feel at home here or in LA, in Los Angeles? Hard question to answer for me because they're both home and I am a very Turkish guy. Like, I'm not Americanized or anything, you know? I love Turkey. I love our long dinners. I love our talks. You know, muhabbet doesn't even translate to English. You know, here, coffee shops close at 5. And then there's restaurants and bars. And then you go to a restaurant or bar with a friend of yours and you stay a couple hours and then everyone goes home. Or you go to a next party or whatever you do, but then you don't talk. In Turkey, we have dinners for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hour dinners. We talk. And that conversation is something you can't find in US. Maybe in European culture you can, but here you can't find that. And that's maybe the most important thing I miss. Muhabbet. But in Turkey, you know, we have coffee shops open till 3 a.m. summertime and 2 a.m. like winter time too. I'm a romantic. I love my country and I moved here in 2013 and I talk about Turkey all the time. The food, the service, my people. My people are better. We are more human. Hospitality is amazing. The quality of food is amazing. The quality in everything is amazing. But every year I go, it's worse. What's going on? I don't know. I guess everywhere changes. LA. When I first moved here and first probably like 5-6 years of living here, I couldn't leave the country because of my paperwork. I was an undocumented resident, so I wasn't able to leave. And 5 years, 6 years, I loved LA. I was like, this is a great city. There is great food, great fun, great places, the life quality. Right now, the food quality goes down every single day. Food is important. Food is life. I'm Turkish. Food is really important to me. And what we eat in LA, garbage. The quality, the taste, garbage. And if you are living in LA for, let's say, like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and you didn't leave, you'd get used to it. And then you go to another country, you eat a tomato, and you're like, what is this? It's tomato. What am I eating in LA? Fucking potatoes. When I go back to Turkey, I eat a potato, and I'm like, do you feel the difference? Different. Yes, it is different. I don't know what they do. But I'm not talking about the produce. I'm not talking about the tomatoes we buy from the grocery store, but the restaurants also. After COVID, it's horrible. And everywhere you go, it's the $300, $400. Like, why? What do you do? I'm sick of it. For a long time, after this summer, we came back from Turkey and, you know, trying to get used to here. Food quality, I can't do it. You know, I cook at home. I'm the best restaurant I know. No, actually, the best restaurant in LA for me for like 2-3 months, September, October, maybe November, was Erewhon. For those who don't know about this place, it's a grocery store. And they have a food section. I think the most tastiest food in LA was Erewhon. But then they raised up the prices. Now you can get a 5-ounce salmon and 2 pieces of broccoli for like $78. So I don't go there. What? Like, my good friend Randy, his favorite restaurant is Chipotle. And this guy is not doing bad. He's doing good. But his favorite restaurant is Chipotle. And you know what? I don't blame him. Because at least when you go to Chipotle, you get what they offer. There's no surprise. You want beans and rice and a burrito and beef? Here you go. And it's tasty. And it's healthy, I guess. It's great. Every time I go to Chipotle, though, I don't know, it's like Mexican onion or something. It hurts my stomach so much. So there goes Chipotle for me. What am I going to eat? Please, if you're listening to this and you live in LA or you don't live in LA, but you have a favorite restaurant that you can tell me that it's good food, and please do, write a comment or message me. Tell me, let me know. I love food. Where I started and where I ended. I was talking about Turkey and then, yeah, of course, if you're talking about Turkey, you have to talk about food and I get excited, you know. We were talking about LA being so expensive and for no reason. LA is like an Instagram profile. Fake. It's not fake. It's a real account. It's very popular, but the content, what it shows in the account, magnificent body, beautiful face, no acne, popular, traveling all the time, that's fake, right? You know those accounts. LA is like that to me. By the way, talking about Instagram, I think life should be, and I think it will be, before Instagram and after Instagram, instead of before Christ, after Jesus. It's definitely more popular than Jesus. People of every religion use this Instagram to find the righteous path. You meet somebody and you want to do a little research on them, so you type their name on Instagram, try to figure out how many followers they have. Are they popular? Are they successful? If they're popular, if they have followers, a blue check mark, they're successful. But also, I'm not judging, but this is an observation. This is what life turned into. Instagram. Everyone has Instagram. Unborn babies have Instagram because of their parents. They want to start them early. Yoga changed my life. I met my wife to be at yoga and I asked her, "What is your name?" "Yana, would you like to be friends?" She said, "I don't have Instagram." I was like, "What? That is so cool. Bring the papers. I'll marry you right now." It is amazing. Who doesn't have Instagram? I think it's very, very cool. She does one for work. Later on, I figured that out. But yoga changed my life. I actually want to share this story. It's very interesting. This time last year, I was in a different headspace. A lot going on, and I'm like this partying bachelor, having a good fun out of life. And I am missing a lot of things. I was missing a soul. I was missing a guide. I was missing light. I was missing warmth. I was missing drive. So I guess I can say I was a little depressed. I was having fun, but I was depressed inside. I was always around people. I was lonely inside. But I still, I was working out. I went to the gym. I walked into the gym. I checked in and I look on this board. It says Vinyasa Yoga 5:30. I haven't done yoga for 4 or 5 years. And before that, I did yoga for like 3 times, maybe 10 classes. I was excited, and since 2015, never even seen a yoga mat. But something happened. I saw yoga 5:30 vinyasa. Sounds familiar. I did that before. I can do that. Maybe it will be good for my soul. Also, I remember Adam Sandler in an interview. They're doing these directors roundtable. I think it's on Variety's YouTube channel. And they ask each actor, what would you recommend or suggest your younger self? What would you say? And I shared one. Tom Hanks says, "This shall pass." And Adam Sandler says, "Stretch more." So I still do yoga, and I think yoga is great. But I saw the board. It says yoga 5:30. I'm like, okay, I'll go. What time is it? It's 4. Okay, I work out. I finish. It's 5. I'm tired. Probably I was hangover too. And I'm already sad, so I don't want to wait 30 minutes to go into this yoga class. But I said, you know what? I will do this for myself. I will do this. I'll do yoga. So I went back. I went on the treadmill. I walk 5:30. I go to the class. I do the class. It was great. I still go to this class. And when the class finished, I saw this girl. And I used to talk to everyone. I still do. I don't have that barrier. Like, oh, I can't talk to this person. I can talk to anyone. And I do if I want to. But with her, she had some kind of shield around her. Some invisible shield that says, "Stay away from me. I'm not in your league." But anyway, so we leave, and then there's a little bench there for you to sit down and put your shoes on. And I'm putting my shoes on, and I see her. She's looking for something. She's looking for her socks. I said, "Would you like to borrow mine?" She said, "Excuse me?" I said, "Would you like to borrow my socks?" And she smiled. I wasn't expecting that. She smiled. I said, "Do you come to this class?" She said, "Yeah, I do. It's great." She said, "Yeah, it's great. I love this class. Do you come all the time?" It says Wednesdays, Sundays, and Mondays, so I try to. I say, okay. So I go to the next class too. And then the next class I went in, I do my yoga. I'm leaving, and then the instructor, Joseph, he said, "Hey, Ali, you made it again. You came to the class again." And then she says, over there, "I made him come." And so I asked her number.